TSGLIVE. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that like button. Try and get the video to 5 likes. Today is Tuesday, February the 2nd. We have a 9-game slate. Let's get into these player props for today. Let's get into it. Out of these 9 games, it's only about 4 games that I actually like. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Stephen A got, too loud. Everybody can hear him. But yes, it's only about 4 games that I like. The first game that we will be taking props from is the Utah Jazz versus the Indiana Pacers. In this game, Keontae George is out with an ankle injury. The last game out, the Utah Jazz did not do well at all. I think that they turn around tonight and try to make it a violent effort to show up in this game. I like Lauri Markkanen for 20 to 25 points. I like Isaiah Collier for 8 assists, possibly 6. 6 is on the safer side, but I do think that he has to contribute in order for them to be competitive in this game versus the Pacers. And I also like Ace Bailey for 15 to 20 points. He's been playing well these last couple of games, but last game out, he did not have a good showing. I think with Keontae George being out, they are going to need somebody to step up. Jusuf Nurkic is also out in this game, so I think that they all will have to contribute in order for this game to be competitive against the Pacers. With that being said, I like Ace Bailey for 15 to 20 points, possibly some rebounds and some assists as well. I think they'll try to get him involved early, and from there, they will try their best to keep it competitive with the Pacers. So I do expect this to be a close game if the Utah Jazz show up. So we'll see how that goes. The next game that we are taking props from is the Atlanta Hawks versus the Miami Heat, and I'm sure y'all already know where we're going with this. Jalen Johnson, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Let's get it. We're going to stay there, and that's the only thing we're taking from this game. We out. Jalen Johnson, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. We're going to do it every time the Hawks play. At least, you know what I mean? Try it. Even if you go 6-6, which the odds are going to be terrible on, that's still a great bet, safe bet. The next game we will be taking props from is the Boston Celtics versus the Dallas Mavericks. In this game, the Dallas Mavericks do have a lot of injuries. P.J. Washington is out with a concussion, and obviously Anthony Davis is out as well. With that being said, I do think that Cooper Flag, as we've been seeing, has to assert himself all over the court tonight. So I do expect Cooper Flag to have 20 to 25 points. Possible blowout watch. The Celtics could come in here and just rout them, get them up out of here. I do like Jaylen Brown for 20 to 25 points, possibly 8 rebounds. He had 13 rebounds in his last game out. He's just been on a tear. I think that's going to continue to happen in a game like this. The way the Celtics are built, he knows what he has to do. I also like Derek White for possibly 15 to 20 points, possibly 2 to 3 3-pointers, and definitely some assists in there, sprinkled in there. I like Derek White for 6 assists tonight. That's just how the Boston Celtics are built. And if they blow them out, all of these stats could definitely drop, and they just get them out of there and they put, the backups in and just let them run. This could very well be a Peyton Pritchard game just based upon that right there. But if the Mavericks can somehow keep it competitive, I do think that, Cooper Flag is going to have to assert himself all over the court. So possibly some rebounds, some assists, and definitely 20 to 25 points tonight. The next game that we will be taking picks from is the Chicago Bulls versus the Milwaukee Bucks. The last time out, the Bulls got routed by almost 40 points. It was a very, very bad beatdown. The starters played about 20 minutes. They didn't even really, get into it. Montes had 2 points. Kobe White had 16 points, but he got 8 of them at the free throw line, so he did terrible from the floor. Vu had 2 rebounds. They got their ass kicked. So with that being said, I think that the Bulls come out and they assert themselves against a Milwaukee Bucks team that everybody just been kind of beating up all season. So dysfunctional over there with the Giannis trades. I think the Bulls come in and show up tonight. I like Vucevic for 15 to 20 points. I also think Vucevic is going to assert himself on the boards, possibly 6 to 8 rebounds. We'll see how that goes. I think Montes has to assert himself tonight offensively as well. I like him for 10 to 15 points. And Kobe White, I understand he has to play with Josh Giddey not being in. I think he understands. And Kevin Huerter is out tonight, so they need them offensively. With that being said, I do like Kobe White for 20 to 25 points, possibly 2 to 3 3-pointers. I would stay kind of away on the threes, but I do like him to assert himself offensively. So 20 to 25 points for Kobe White, 15 to 20 points for Vucevic, and 10 to 15 points for Montes. And I also like Vucevic rebounds. So that is all 4 games from tonight's slate. That's what we're taking. If you have any comments on this video. Drop them below whether you agree or disagree. Hit that like button. I would like to get this video to 5 likes. It does wonders for the algorithm. If you got this far in the video, I appreciate it. It's TSG Live. We out. Let's get this money. I'll see y'all next time.